What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's my first time filming a makeup video. Even when I tried doing my channel back when I was 15, 16, before it got deleted, I never did one because it was it's too difficult. I thought it'd be really hard, I wouldn't know where to film it and anything like that. So today I'm gonna try. I've been trying to film this video for a couple of weeks now. I was ill last week so I couldn't do it. But this week I'm here, I've got all my makeup in front of me down there. I've got a mirror there, so obviously if I look down there, I'm picking up a bit of makeup, or if I look this way, then I'm looking at my mirror because it's down there. This video is going to be my everyday sort of makeup look. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just a normal girl who likes to wear makeup and watches makeup videos online. I suppose we should just delve into it and get started. First of all, I start with my La Roche-Posay sun cream because this is important because I've just started these acne tablets, and yeah, it says that it will get your skin more sensitive to the sun. So now I always literally put on my sun cream. I mean, I don't always remember to do it, but when I remember, I whack it on because I do not want to get a burnt face, because that is seriously not what you want. And this sun cream is really good because it's got anti-brilliance and anti-shine. Basically that's what it does. So it's good for people with acne prone skin and oily skin. Obviously now that I've taken these tablets, my skin is no longer oily, so I've had to buy a new foundation, and I've had to start using a different primer and all that kind of stuff, because obviously if you've got dry skin and you use matte foundation, that just obviously would not go well because that would just make your skin even more dry. So because my skin is dry now, I will use my moisturiser as well, which is this one that I mentioned in my previous video, La Roche-Posay Effaclar Duo. So I go in with that. And this is all before I put my primer on, just so I can get a nice moisturised face, because sometimes when I use my new foundation, I get weird dry patches. Obviously don't want that. So I just make sure everything's moisturised and all done. Right, now that I've put my SPF on and my moisturiser, I'm now going to start with the makeup. So I'm gonna zoom in a bit so you can probably see what I'm doing. Not that that would be good because I'm breaking out really bad at the moment, but do it for the YouTube. Right, now we're zoomed in. This is really weird to look at myself like this in the viewfinder. I'm still not used to the viewfinder, so I keep obviously glancing at the viewfinder when I should be looking at the lens. I'm just such a good pro at this. First off, I'm going to start with my Benefit Professional Primer. There we go. Oh, as you can tell, I'm completely running out of this, so I have to properly bend it and push it to get any product out, because I don't really want to be spending 20 something quid on a primer. So I'm just trying to get as much as I can out of it. I got some out. That was just not much, but I managed to get some. When your skin feels starts to have a sort of smoothness texture to it, you sort of know that you've got enough primer on. So I just put it in all of my T-zone areas and stuff like that. And then once that's on, I then obviously move to foundation. The foundation that I use at the moment is the L'Oreal Paris Stick Sculptant Foundation. It's their new one, they released it a couple of months ago. Looks like this, and I'll link all the products down below in the description in case you want to go and check them out. Buy them. They also do a highlight and a contour stick as well, but I just bought the foundation because I'm happy with the highlight and contour that I have myself at the moment, so I didn't feel the need to do it. Roll it up like this. Obviously I don't need to roll it all the way, but you just roll it up and it's really easy to apply. You literally stroke it on like that. I just do a couple lines. So you really got to blend it out straight away, and it, you know, this is when I'm probably going to be looking at the mirror, and it's a mirror with a light on it, which probably isn't great, but yeah, you can just see the mirror there. Not worked. I haven't wet my beauty blender. I'm going to go and wet my beauty blender quickly and come back. I always just wet my beauty blender with a setting spray. Add to the benefits of it setting into your face, you know. You know what I mean. I'm gonna need the mirror again. It seems to like blend out better if you have like a wet beauty blender, and then it will sort of have a better finish to it. Now that the foundation's on, I now go in with my concealer, and this is the Rimmel London Wake Me Up concealer, and it's just a little pot like this, and I use the shade 010 Ivory, which I believe is their lightest shade, because I sort of use this for highlighting, you know, under the eyes. And it's really good because it comes with a little applicator which looks like that. I just go under the eye, a little triangle formation like that. So I do a little bit there, and a little bit on my chin, and a bit just down the nose there, and a little bit under here. Not that you can really see any of that under there. And I just do the same as I did with the foundation and blend it out with little patting motions under the eye like that. Unlike the foundation, it doesn't dry straight away. You know, you don't have to like be fast at blending it. Once that's all like blended out, I then put some bake on while I do my contour. The bake powder that I use is the Barry M Oil Absorbing Anti-Shine Ready Set Smooth powder. It looks like that. All the powder's inside. And then all I do is I literally dip my sponge into it, and then I literally go like that, pack it on like that. And then I'll literally leave it on my face like that, looking a little bit weird, while I go and do my contour. And any excess powder I'll just like smooth into my skin like that, because you don't want to like waste it, and it's good to like set the rest of your makeup in as well. But the main area I do is there, because once you wipe it off it sort of brightens that area up as well, so it sort of goes nicely with the concealer. The next step I do is my contour, and I use the Flawless Chisel Cheeks contour kit from Barry M. This is completely battered up, this like thing, and it's all dirty and everything, because I literally use this every time I do my makeup. And I will always use this little brush that I got from Boots. No idea what the name of it is. I've had this brush for years. I always, you know, keep it clean. Had it for years, it works. I use it all the time, so why get rid of it if it's like a good brush? And I'll go in with the medium shade in the middle, just this one there. I'll just sort of swirl it round in the pan and just put it on the cheekbone like this, and just sort of circular motions blend it in, and go up the side a little bit as well. I always feel like one side looks better than the other when I do my makeup, and I don't know why. And then I'll sort of bring it up to my forehead. And then, after that's done, I've added a little bit of colour to the cheeks. I'll go in with another brush, and it's this one. I think it's the Lottie Cosmetics contour brush. Yeah, not Lottie Cosmetics, Lottie London contour brush. And I really recommend this brush because it's literally really thin, like that, and you're able to place the contour exactly where you want it, and it literally creates a nice thin line. So it's not like you put it on, you blend it, and it goes literally all over your cheek. It literally keeps it in the right place and everything, and you'll see what I mean when I use it. And I'll go in with the next, like, sort of the darker shade there, and I'll like put a little bit on the brush. It does pick up a lot of product, or it's either this that picks up a lot of product or this that gives you a lot, you know, that's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Pigmented, that's the word I was looking for. It's very pigmented, so you'll see what I mean. So I just sort of purse my lips, and that like shows you, defines your cheekbones, which shows you where exactly you want to put it. Do it like this. And like that, that's literally all I do. Just put a little bit on like that, but you can see that it's like exactly the amount, the shape and the amount that you want. And then I sort of wipe the excess product on my hand, and then just sort of stroke it like that. Just sort of blend it out, do little circular motions at the end. And then I'll go back in with the same pink brush as before, and I'll just continue to blend that out because that's got some of the like other sort of bronzy colour on it still, so it will sort of tie the two sort of bronze colours I've used together. So sometimes I do find that I have a bit of bolder contour than I want, but you know what? Who doesn't love a good bit of contour? Right, and now that that's done, I will then wipe away the bake powder that I put on earlier, and I'll use my Lottie London stippling brush to really make sure that it gets into the skin, because I don't want to like wipe it off the skin. I want to like press it into the skin so that it leaves like a sort of smooth finish and you're not like wasting the product. And then it sort of brightens the under eye area at the same time. Once you wipe it off, you'll see that it's like not only helped set your makeup in place, but it's also like highlighted the area and like made it brighter. So you used a brighter like coloured concealer to brighten the area, and then you used the powder. So those two things like put together just really brighten up the area. And then the next thing I will go on to do are the bronze glow, because I don't use highlight. The only time I'll ever use highlight is when I'm doing like going to like fancy events like a party or a dance show, because I used to do like dancing, anything like that. And so instead I use like a bronze glow to sort of go where the highlight would go. And this is the Collection Mosaic Bronze Glow, and it's really pretty. It's just got all these like mosaic pattern. I'll just go in with the same again, swirl it in. I don't want to pick up too much product because obviously like, I've already got quite a lot of bronze on, so I don't want to pick up too much product. I'll literally just put this on the temples, so like my forehead bit here and just the sides. Once that's done, I will then move on to eyes. And I'm not really, for an everyday look, I'm not really somebody who's going to be like boom with all these bold eye looks and everything. I just sort of go for a simple sort of, you know, colour in the crease, colour in the lid, colour in the inner corner. Boom, done. For this look, I'm going to start off with the NYX eyeshadow primer. It is the Proof It waterproof eyeshadow primer. It basically, you know, primes the lid as if as if you were like priming your face for foundation. Like before I used to use primer on my eyes, I would notice I get loads of creasing in my eyeshadow look. So like I'd put the eyeshadow on, it'll all be good, it'll all be blended, and then I'd go out and throughout the day would notice that I get loads of like creasing on the lid. So then I found that they did eyeshadow primer, and ever since I tried that like 2-3 years ago, I've never looked back. I mean, some people use their concealer to prime their lid, but you know, I don't really trust that. I'd rather use a product that's designed to prime your lid. So I just like wipe it on the eye, you know, make sure there's like a good amount of primer on the lid. And it's really important that after you rubbed it in, you let it dry, because otherwise when you dip your brush into your eyeshadow and then you start wiping it on your eye and then you go back to dip it in, you'll like get a wet mark on your pan, and then also it won't blend out as easily on the lid. So you just got to let it sink into your eyelids before you add the product onto your eye. I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, because it's got quite a lot of shades in it, as you can see. Quite a lot of shades in it, and you know, it's a good palette for if you want to do an everyday sort of bronzy look, or you know, it's a versatile palette. It's got loads of colours in it. It goes all the way from like sort of bronzy colours to red colours to blue to purple. It's worth getting this palette because you can do so many looks with it, so then you won't really need to have loads of palettes. You know, you just buy 1 or 2 palettes and you know, you've got enough colours to do like so many different looks. It's all got names on it, which is really cool as well. That's like the back of the palette, and they've all got individual names. If like they name their shadows, it kind of makes it a bit more personal. Enough about the palette, I'm going to start doing the look. So I'm just going to take one of my blending brushes, and this I find is a good brush to do my crease with. So I'm going to take the shade Pookie. I never actually read the shade names that much. So normally I just do the look, despite the fact I literally just said, oh, it makes it more personalised if you have the names. I didn't actually like look at the shade names. I've looked at some of the shade names because they're like really nice colours, and I've gone, oh, what's the shade name? But yeah, I'm going to take the shade Pookie, which is a nice sort of like orangey brown shade. I'm just going to apply that to the crease. Yeah, it's a little bit gone onto the lid, but it's mainly in the crease. It just looks like that. Obviously I'm not the best at doing like eyeshadow looks, like I'm not a makeup artist as I said earlier, so it's not going to look like 100% neat with like perfect circle, you know, that you see people do on the internet. Like, that's not me. I just sort of whack it on, blend it out, sort of go with what I get, to be honest. So yeah, as you can tell, this side's got a bit more product on it, up higher than this side, but I just sort of get a clean brush and I blend it out. So hopefully, you know, I hope that blending just fixes everything, you know. And I get this sort of angled circle brush, and I'll just like blend it out. Yeah, I'm happy with that. When I think I'm happy with it, I then go in with this double-ended brush, and I take the smaller end, go in with the shade Sissy, which is a nice sort of like, which is this shade here, which is a nice sort of rose gold sort of colour. And then I'll just put that all over the lid and sort of try my best to blend it out into the sort of darker shade in my crease. And then I'll sometimes get the shade that's in my crease and just sort of layer it back on top over sort of shiny the rose gold shade Sissy, just to sort of blend it in. So it's just sort of going back and forth between the two shades to make sure they're like blended with each other. And then again, once I'm happy with the blending of each of them, I'll move on to the inner corner. And the shade that I'm going to use for my inner corner is called Beam, which is this shade here, the second shade in. And I'll just take a little small brush like this, and I'll dip into it, make sure that it's got loads of product on, and just go in like that, and look immediately how bright that's made my inner corner look. That's what I love about all these shades, they're so pigmented in the palette and you don't need to put loads on your brush for it to come out really bright on your eye. That's the eyeshadow look complete. And then I will move on to my brows. I recently purchased the L'Oreal palette Paris Brow Artist Shaper, and it's got a pencil on one end and a finishing wax on the other end, and then a little brush. So normally I just go in and brush my brows out first, and then I will take the pencil, go underneath, create a line, you know, at the bottom of my brow, like so, and then I'll sort of fill in the end of the brow, and then I go on the top and do a line on top. And this is really hard to do on camera, I'm just figuring out right now. And then I just sort of draw like little hair shaped lines on my skin, on my brow I mean. And then once I'm happy with it, I'll take the sort of the wax end of it and I'll just go through the brow with the wax end. And then I'll go onto the other eyebrow. One thing I'll do is I'll sort of line the brush up there, because that's where they always say, the brush, line the pencil up like that, because that's the one thing they always say, is that your brows end, you know, if you put pencil here, your brows will just end before the pencil. And then if my brows are looking a bit bold, which they are a bit right now on camera, I'll just get my other eyebrow brush and I'll just sort of make sure there's no product on it by wiping it on my hand, and then go in and just sort of do some strokes on it, sort of get the brush end, sort of brush it, just to sort of blend the product out a bit so it doesn't look as strong. Then, now that my brows are done, I'll get this nice like sort of pinky highlight shade, and I'll just get a little bit of product and go under the brow like that. And it's super pigmented, like when you dip your finger in it, it's super pigmented, so you only need to literally press under your eye, under your eyebrow, the tiniest bit. But yeah, my brows look too bold right now, I don't understand. Literally, it's like a never-ending battle with my eyebrows, because they literally look so bold right now, but I don't want them to look this bold. But trust me, if you saw me in real life right now, you'd be like, oh nice, you know, they're not that bold, your brows. And then lastly, I will go in with my Lash Sensational Luscious Maybelline New York mascara. So I literally take it out, sort of wipe the excess product on the sides of the barrel of the like bit that comes out of, I don't know the words, I'm not a makeup artist, I don't know the words, man. And then I just sort of and then of course I use setting spray, and it's the Rimmel London #Insta Fix and Go 2-in-1 primer and setting spray. So you can either spray it on your face as a primer and then do your makeup, and then, you know, you can use it for both. Versatile spray, love it. And then spray it all over my face, make sure I can feel it on all my cheeks and my forehead and literally everywhere. Then I sort of get my hands, wave my hands about. There is the finished look. A nice bronzy eyeshadow, contoured chiseled cheeks, bold brows. That is the finished makeup look and how I do my routine and what products I use. And I will definitely link everything down in the description so that you can go and check out any of the products if you want to test them out. Hit me up with any suggestions for future videos. Subscribe, give me a like, give me a comment, go and check out all my other videos. So yeah, do all the YouTubey stuff that YouTubers say you have to go and do. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, subscribe, click the bell button so you'll be notified when I upload the next video. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!